we'll see how the connection is out here, but we're gonna go ahead and get started on Alberto's 201 TC. This is gonna be like the first half of the cleaning, the main, so tank housing, crankcase, cylinder, while we wait for Manny to show up, which will be here, he said around 6, so it's 5:15 my time, so he'll be here in about 45 minutes, so that's plenty of time to at least start making some progress on Alberto's 201, get it cleaned up. We're not gonna go too crazy on it, just we're gonna give it a nice quick clean and have it all reassembled and ready for testing tomorrow, and then hopefully he can come pick up his 201 and his 2511. And we got Grayson Nichols in the house. What up, what up? So before I go ahead and get started on this, I'm gonna go ahead and put the little intake boot or manifold back into the cylinder, so that way we reduce the risk of any dirt getting into it. So let me just put those back in, which it's held in place by 4 T27s. Spark plug is already in, just to avoid anything going into the cylinder. And then for the exhaust port, I'm gonna wedge a paper towel into the port. And then we'll just give it a little scrub down, air compressing, because it's 517 and I'm only gonna have a little bit of sunlight left for maybe about another, maybe half an hour, but being that today was kind of gloomy and overcast, and supposedly it's gonna rain in the upcoming days. And you guys already know, well, obviously my air compressor station is outside, and I don't have any option to put it inside anywhere, even in the carport, because it just makes too much of a mess, and grandma and grandpa like their carport clean, and it's already bad enough I have all these freaking chainsaws in there. And I don't say that as in a bad thing. I want to have a lot of freaking chainsaws here, but, and it's freezing. So okay, little intake boot is back on. Let's go ahead and wedge that piece of paper towel into the exhaust port. Just to avoid anything going in. Tear it off. Cool. Okay. So exhaust port is all blocked off. I put the little intake boot back on just to avoid anything going into the cylinder, and we're leaving the spark plug in. So at this point, let's get it going. RPM back in the house. We back, sir. We back for a little bit. Manny's still making his way down. He just texted me he's running a little late, so he said he'll be here closer to 6, so that gives us 35 minutes or so of time that I can at least make some progress on the crankcase. And I know I usually go OCD on the cleaning, but I'm not going to go OCD on this one. I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit, because no matter what, something is always better than nothing, especially on certain saws when they come in super dirty. White Doggy 10 says the oiler is coming. The oiler is coming? What? Oh. Are we talking about the White Doggy 10? Are we talking about the Echo? Were you the one that I was talking to about the Echo the other day? about having oiling issues. I apologize if that's you, and I don't remember, but I feel like it is. I'm not sure. And we got I in the house. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. If you were here earlier, we were working on Manny's 026, which Manny's on his way, and then we're gonna head out and just do a little run test, make sure it's all good to go. His new sprocket has been ordered at the shop because they ended up not having it in stock. But he's still excited to come pick up his 026, and his muffler is still delayed. It's actually made its way back to San Francisco, so it's like going backwards in time, backwards in the delivery process. So it's gonna get a little noisy with the air compressor. So if you're wearing AirPods or something, I'd probably just be careful. Waiting for the air compressor to turn off. So with this one, so Alberto's 201, this is a TC, so it's the M-Tronic version of the 201s. It just came in for a little love, a little tune-up service, new filters like fuel filter, air filter, spark plug, and then just a little inspection just to make sure everything was in order. But everything is all good, and it does run. I just like to really make sure that before I hand it back, and not just say, oh, well, you just want a tune up and a cleaning or whatever. And I mean, he didn't ask for a cleaning, but you guys already know that's part of our little, it's part of our process here. It's part of our service. It's just like our little touch. But so nothing major, just a little love. wanted to make sure that everything was good. Cylinder was good, and piston, and the metering diaphragm was still okay. Still had some life. Or still has some life, I should say. I really want to invest in that ultrasonic cleaner. I like getting down on these saws as far as the cleaning by hand, but if I could start turning out saws faster, that'd be pretty awesome. But I know it wouldn't be as satisfying than doing them by hand. But like I've already said, especially when it's like my quote unquote peak season, like I'm getting into right now, it's already been popping off, and we're still in winter, not even in spring yet. I mean, like I say, it's up to me to be proactive and everything, but I mean, you know, you can still only kind of do so much. But an ultrasonic cleaner, I mean, it'll get the saws looking great. It would just be a lot quicker, or at least in the sense of, like, you know, I could just put this whole, you know, put the whole crankcase in and just put parts in, turn on the ultrasonic cleaner, and then continue on with other stuff. But like the one that I already looked at, that I already kind of want, it's I believe it's a 60 liter. I believe a 60 liter or a 30 liter. It's on the bigger side. So it should be able to fit most handle housings, crankcases, or tank housings, cylinders and everything, carburetors, especially the chains. Just because I mean, I clean everything that I, you know, that I can, which, I mean, you can clean everything, sprockets, clutches, the chains, especially when I sharpen them. So it'll definitely be a time saver, but also saving, you know, a little bit on manual labor. But, and it's kind of cool when people ask, because I've already had one gentleman ask me on Instagram a few days ago. They're like, dude, how do you get the saws so clean? Like, do you power wash them or what? And it's like, no, I just do it all by hand. A little small flathead screwdriver, wire brush, and a pick tool. My preference, the little 45 degree. But sometimes, I mean, it's not about pride, it's about sometimes it's all about working, it's about working smarter, not harder. Although I've already cleaned dozens of saws, and it's not hard, it's just, I mean, you guys know it's time consuming. And I don't charge extra for the cleaning unless the saw comes in specifically just for cleaning. Then I will charge a little bit. I will charge something. Basically, it's just labor. Steel, let's see, steel nearly tree cutting. What I like to do is use Super Clean to clean up those dirty sawdust and all the gunk. So yeah, I mean, I use I like Purple Power. I've used the Super Cleaner before, but I just use Purple Power for metal, so sprockets, clutches. When I sharpen chains, I clean up all the chains before I sharpen them. And then for everything else, I just use, like I said, the 45 degree pick tool. That's what I prefer. Small flathead, wire brush, air compressor, just to get most of the dirt and grime off, and then I hit it with the good old crocodile cloth, which those things are amazing. If you guys ever are looking for a new cleaning wipe or cloth or whatever, those crocodile cloths, they're really great. And that's what I use to clean plastics. The same thing, I just kind of brush them off like on the insides and whatnot. But I don't use any actual degreaser cleaner for this first part of it. I call it the first stage, which is the scrubbing and air compressing, and then the final stage, once I get most of everything off that I can without going too tweak on it, I just give it a wipe down with those crocodile cloths. And VG, interesting. Okay, wow. Well, I'm not gonna, you guys all can see the comment. VG, much love to you. Hope you're doing well. It's really interesting. I always wonder how people come across like these thoughts in their minds. Like, I know it's all out of joking, probably, but I still wonder how people get to these spots, how they get to these thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of interesting to me. BG says subscribed and liked. Appreciate you, man. That's it for the cylinder and the crankcase. That's all I'm doing for this as far as the scrubbing and the picking and air compressing. Now we're moving on to the tank housing. And then basically I'll do a kind of like a part 2 tomorrow, and we'll do all the small stuff like linkages, the handle molding, rewind starter, just all the little stuff. Because it is, well, it's only 5:37. We might get to some of that stuff now, but if I can just get at least the tank housing all cleaned up and crankcase before Manny gets here, and it could be now, it could be right at 6, or it could be a little after 6, but it's enough time to get some progress done or made. Boom, boom, boom. Scuba dub dub. We got Budsville USA back in the house. For real, man, it's been nice seeing you around more these days, and I hope everything's been good with you. Like I said, I know you're a busy man, but it's good to have you around. This is almost feeling like the earlier live stream days when we were doing at least 2 live streams a day or more sometimes. But I feel like hopefully our live streams have gotten better as far as just like, I don't know. I mean, the vibes are still pretty much the same, but as far as just content and what we're doing, a little more organized, if you will. I don't know. Steel nearly tree cutting says that Steel 1 T27 screw drive that you have. Did you buy that straight from Steel or somewhere else? So I just found it on eBay. I got it on eBay. You probably could go to a Steel dealer, but I don't know, man. They get kind of weird when you're trying to buy tools and all that. So I just find all my stuff on eBay. There's a lot of stuff on there. That's where I found my pressure and vac tester. I got a killer deal on that. Those are upwards of 500 bucks. I paid, I don't know, maybe a little, I don't know, what did I pay? Like maybe 300 bucks in like brand new condition. I feel like it was a backup in someone's shop, or maybe they bought it intending to use it and they never did. Unfortunately, it did take a crap on us. Maybe that's why they sold it, because it had a problem. I don't know. But I reached out to Steel about that. I'm like, hey, so what can I do to fix it? And they're like, oh man, that sucks. And it's like, yeah, I know, it's one of my favorite tools. And so they just advised to go to a Steel dealer, but I feel like they'd be weird if I showed up with my own pressure and vac tester. They're gonna be like, what are you doing with that? Because you know how some dealers are, man. They don't like to like really, they don't, some shops are just kind of goofy. But anyways, but yeah, no, I got it at off of eBay. This is the 6-inch, and there's the part number there if you'd like it. There's also a 10-inch, I think, a little longer. We got ground pounder in the house. Says sup, foo. Sup, Homs. Homs. Dude, that white chicken chili, dude. Come on, just can you stop? Making me hungry all the time. I already stay hungry, and it's like I see your food, and it's like I could have already had dinner, like, and then see your stories, and I'm like, yeah, well, I'm hungry again. Ugh. But that white chicken chili, that, ooh, boy. If you guys don't know the man ground pounder, badass cook, badass tree service foo. Just always doing some ground pounding shit. Badass hunter. I mean, he's just, I guess he's just an overall badass. I don't know. Some might say impossible, imposible. You don't know a ground pounder. And then there's some other dude out there, some other character goes by the name of Saw Pounder or Saw Smasher. I'm not sure. That guy, I don't know. That one I don't know about, man. I don't know what the deal is there. I'm sure they're great. I'm sure they're great. He says, ground pounder says, you're crazy, man. Well, unfortunately, I cannot deny that. I mean, I'm not crazy. I thought I was just normal. But then again, what the hell is normal? Especially these days. Pretty sure my air compressor's on the way out. But we're riding that bit until the wheels fall off, or at least until the air runs out. It wasn't new, it was grandpa's, but it definitely gets its use. Plus it lives outside, and I mean, I cover it up and just in case when it rains, but as you guys can hear, it's like barely, it's like, I'm tired of working, can you stop? It's like, shit. If I'm out here working, you're working. And relax, people, I'm talking to the air compressor. I'm not talking to you. It's defensive all the time. Husky says, still alive. We took a break from the lives. I took a little break. I got on the phone call with my gal and got to the cheese man. Killed a little time, a little bit more than I that I planned, and I almost made a post on our channel saying that this live was going to be delayed, that the 201 cleaning was going to get delayed, because by the time I got chatting with my gal, it was already pretty much close to 5 o'clock. And Manny said he was going to come at 5, and I was like, well, he's probably going to show up here any minute. And I was going to say, my bad, guys. Live is going to be delayed until tomorrow. But then he texted me as I was pretty much getting ready to make the post. And he's like, hey, man, I'll be there at 6. And I was like, hey, you know what? An hour's an hour, and a lot can be done in an hour. So here we are. And the first stage of our cleaning here is pretty much done. Because look at that. For those of you that actually saw, that's what we're looking like. And then pretty much after that, good old little wipe down with the crocodile cloth, which we love a lot. We like a lot. Is it love or like? I don't know. We like them a lot. We got some guy in the house. Some guy. How you been, dude? It's been a minute. Glad to see you around these parts. Hope you and all has been well. Family, work, snowmobile ripping. It looks like fun out there, man. Husky says, yo, some guy, I'm one of your subscribers. Cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. Some guy says, yeah, I've been ripping the sleds hard this year. I see that, man. It looks fun, man. Shit. Save some fun for the rest of us. Hopefully the saws are running good, some guy. I know it's not really cutting weather out there right now for you guys, but you can still start them and rip them up a little bit. So good thing I've been moving on this here, because as you guys can see, daylight is kind of, my neighbor's dog is out. I swear. I love animals, but do you guys hear that shit? You guys hear that? It has the most annoying freaking bark. I don't know if it's because it's a pug or what, but oh, hell no. I should just start up a chainsaw and... Can you chill out? Fuck, always putting me on blast, man. Husky says, punt that dog. Sir, that's violent. That's abuse, brother. Alright. show you guys in a minute. We're about to move inside because this is good enough. And it's not good enough. It good. It's amazing what those crocodile cloths will do at this point, man. It's just, they're amazing. All right, let's move back into the shop. Come on. Let's get it. Let's see, I'm sorry, I'm missing some of these comments here. Some guy says, just rebuilt one today. Was easier than working on a chainsaw. Oh yeah, I saw that video where you had some scoring on one of the pistons, and I think the actual cylinder sleeve looked okay though, from what I remember, if I'm thinking about the same video. Husky says, I went to school touring today. What are you saying, sir? You went to school today? What? Touring? I don't know what that means, sir. Pouring? Maybe? I don't know. Some guy says they're fun, but super dangerous. Almost burnt one down the other day. Oh, shit. Yeah, I would definitely think it's hard to cut in 3 feet of snow. Imagine. Sheesh. Steel tree cutting says, I feel some guys. Okay. All right, let's get into the shop. Because just with a little patience, a little elbow grease, man, this is already looking good. Oh, we're in the dark. Ooh, spooky vibes. Let's see if Manny's texted us here. What am I doing? Little rubbing alcohol. Do I have any particles on my face? Some dirt? Nope. Wow, that's surprising. I've also been working on my air compressing, because it's all about how you air compress to, like, the direction. And sometimes I'm just like, and it's just, I feel like I look all cool, you know, my face all dirty and stuff, but then I forget, oh yeah, there's poison oak out in the world. And not every saw comes in contact with poison oak, but eventually it does, and sometimes, I don't know. Can you guys tell I'm all paranoid about poison oak right now? I feel like that's all I've been talking about. I mean, I've gotten it so much already that in the past year that it is what it is, but it's still, I don't know, it's still not enjoyable. But I definitely have my remedies and my things. But anyways. Oh, you went on a tour. Right? I think that's what you're saying. That sounds fun. Joey G says, I need to quit being lazy and make my chain for the 880 with 25-inch bar and get my 194T back up and going. And 10-pin sprocket on the 880. Dude. Fuck, man. I want to rip an 880 and see what that's all about. I've started and revved up an 881 with a, what was it? A 47-inch bar, if I remember correctly. Not the 59, not the big one, but, and it wasn't a 42-inch. It was pretty sure it was a 47. It's a weird size, but it's a thing. If I remember correctly, it's on our channel here. It had a West Coast bark box and 3-point dogs. Badass saw, man. Okay, so this is where we're at. And chain making is fun. I don't actually do it too much. But it's also, you know, it's kind of tedious too. I mean, it's all practice and whatnot. But if I had more customers asking for chains, I'd probably custom chains as far as, well, just making chains from the roll, because it'd probably be a little bit more cheaper, maybe. I think when you buy the roll, depending on the sizes, sometimes you get like maybe 2 or 3 chains, like not free, but it's a little bit more worth it, especially if you're really going through chains a lot. But I don't really have a market for it here, because my customers either sharpen their own chains, or sometimes or a lot of the times they'll bring them to me, or sometimes they just buy new ones and then just create a collection of chains and then eventually figure out what to do with them. Husky says, I'm going to do climbing or work on chainsaws. Hell yeah, dude. That'd be pretty dope. That would be pretty dope. Joey G says, Bellhopper built my 80. Bellhopper, that dude's awesome, man. I do my best to catch his live streams every Saturday, even if it is just for a little bit. I just caught his last live stream on Saturday, and obviously we're subscribed, and cool dude, for sure, cool dude. His shop looks amazing. Just a lot of space and a lot of stuff. Okay, so this is what we're looking at here. That's just with brushing and a little scraping with the flathead and picking with a pick tool, 45 degree, and of course brushing with the little wire brush and air compressing. And at this point, I'm just going to hit it with the crocodile wipe and get whatever else I can off of it and call it a day. And that's all I do. And then here is crankcase, flywheel side. Cylinder head was all dirty, and I don't know if you guys remember the before and afters, but I'll remove that boot. I just heard my neighbor, because the dog's name is Minnie. It's a little pug, and I just heard him say, Minnie, shut up. Oh, shit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So final step, the crocodile wipes. Freaking awesome, man. I like them a lot. Which I know that's all I ever say, but they're great. Okay, we get it. He likes the crocodile wipes. We get it. Joey G says, I only do my custom chains, but I mostly buy my chains and loops from Dukes. And shout out to Dukes, man. You know, anytime I need to buy something and he has it, or they have it, he has it. I don't know, my words. You know, everything always comes in great shape, in a timely fashion. And from what I hear, he's just a really cool dude. And I like his store. So if you guys ever need to pick anything up, Duke Saw Shop, which actually, here we go. Check them out. I haven't used this discount code, but if you guys ever want to buy something or need something, there you go. I don't know if this code is still valid, so if it's not, let me know. But if you do, give that a shot and check them out. Badass saw shop, part store, parts, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and yeah. So again, I'll show you guys one more time here. Badass logo too. So there you go, and discount code. But if it's not valid anymore, let us know. But I'd like to think it is. I don't know though. I haven't tried using it yet. But and there you go. You're hearing it from the man himself. Joey G says you can't beat the price on bars and chains. And we all know bars and chains are crucial, man. Obviously, right? But yeah, guys, check them out. You can find them. I actually ended up finding his store through eBay because I buy everything off of eBay. Every now and then I'll go to the dealer and buy what I need to buy. Like sometimes I can't find the. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna look to see if Manny texted us at all. Well, 30 minutes ago. The man is really running behind, so now he's gonna be here at 6:30. So either way, it's all good. We're just chilling. It's a little dark out there for saw testing, but you know what? We don't care, man. We're gonna rattle the neighborhood a little bit. It's a public road, and technically we can make noise until 10 o'clock. So yeah. Chainsaw Outlaws over here, guys. So like I was saying, I stumbled across Duke's through eBay because, like I said, that's where I buy pretty much everything except for certain things like metering diaphragms or carb rebuild kits. Sometimes I have to go to the dealer, and they don't got no love for me over here at the shop that's in my town because that's where I used to work, and they're just kind of salty that we're doing our own thing now and we're doing okay over here, and well, we're not allowed to be there. We're not allowed to go. That's cool. Is it a little inconvenient sometimes because I have to go to the next town over or whatever sometimes, but I prefer to only go where I am welcomed and not looked down upon. Pretty interesting how things can happen. But hey, it's all good. Husky says, I got my Husqvarna helmet today. Oh yeah, I remember you were telling us about that. Post some pictures, man. I will say though, Husqvarna does make some nice helmets. They even have like the little UV strip to let you know the life of the plastic, and they're just nice design. But if I were to wear a helmet though, like if I was out there doing some groundsman work, or which I haven't done in a while, but I've been known to, I like Proto helmets. The casks are nice, but I like Protos, man. Protos are freaking sweet. Definitely beats just wearing a freaking hard hat. Hard hats are kind of... But I mean, hey, something is better than nothing. And especially out on the job site, you don't want to be out there with nothing. Plus, they roll up on you and do an audit and no one's wearing PPE or nothing. Not a good day. Not a good day, I can say that. Not a good time. Husky says, I will post pics right now. Do it, man. Do it. Okay. Gotta really watch out for those wires. And the little contacts and all that good stuff. Cool beans. There we are. Wipe down these cables or these wires a little bit. Joey G says, do you build race saws? No, sir. I do not. It'd be fun to do one day, though. That'd be cool to try. I'd probably use like a, I don't know, like a CR, I don't know. It'd be fun though, but no, I don't. I do a lot of just general repairs, services, sharpening services. So chains, hedge trimmer blades, chipper blades, lawnmower blades if they come in. Although since I started up the shop here, I haven't had any lawnmower blades come in. I've had some hedge trimmer blades come in recently this year, and yeah, and I mean, we do mainly saws. I mean, that's what we love. We're a saw shop, but I do get the occasional pole saw or leaf blower. I actually have a Husqvarna pole saw here. It's a 326 PF. But I do a lot of general repairs and services. Every now and then I'll do some porting, timing advances, and then a lot of just, you know, the usual bolt-on mods, mufflers, or little West Coast bling like clutch covers, dogs. Every now and then somebody will want a Maxflow air filter set up, and of course, you know, that good old cleaning. This I'm not getting too into, like as far as like really what I call OCD cleaning. I kind of have like two little like tiers essentially, like just a quick clean, which is still good, but then I also have the OCD cleaning where I'm really just like not actually people, but I'm just sitting there just tweaking on this stuff, man. Yeah, but this one I'm just doing a quick clean. But I really do want to invest in a ultrasonic cleaner, because like I say, I really do like doing them by hand. But when I'm really like in quote unquote peak season, which it's already been kind of feeling like it, and we haven't even came into spring yet. But once spring and summer come, I mean, I already have a lot of saws, and a lot of saws have been coming in these past couple weeks, and it's nice because I like to think that it's just a nice preview of what full-blown spring and summer is going to be like, and hopefully it's like when I opened up my little shed shop here last year in July and more. But it's just like, man, like the way that I like to clean saws and make them look like you can straight eat off of them. It just takes some time. So I feel like an ultrasonic cleaner, as much as it'll take away a little bit of the satisfaction for me, it'll definitely be a time saver and a saver on manual labor. Plus, the thing is, and like a lot of you guys know, if I don't charge extra for cleaning. It's just something that I like to do. It's my little personal touch, and I feel kind of wrong for starting to charge for something that my customers are already used to.